Hello, welcome back. I got some construction research done. I ordered 7. And do weapons of sharpness, I suppose. Nothing else here we're probably going to use, though. Try and get to 8. Right, we got hit by a giant cloud of disease in Foreign Mountains, which is where our big stack is walking towards Solaria's throne. Solaria also put up vengeful water, which is not great. As you can see, we kind of got hit by that quite a bit this turn. We also got mind hunted twice, and we resisted it this time. Interestingly, one of the provinces that got mind hunted was 3 Pine. So he's kind of lucky because there's quite a few S1 mages here. They could have tripped that. Anyway, yeah. So mind hunted resisted, lots of disease on our big stack that's now on Tiradir. And vengeful water went up. So the big stack is fine. No casualties just yet. We also saw Solaria taking a province off Pythium, which might be good. Maybe the alliance of the other players might finally be coming to an end, because Solaria has had access to like these other thrones for a while, but just hasn't been pressing them. So I've been assuming that Mid-Clan Solaria and Pythium have all just been in a big alliance for a while. But I'm not sure. But it looks like Solaria is finally making some sort of movement towards Pythium. Yeah, and we also saw Solaria's little stack over here marching into Scorpion Cracks. Then we get the vengeful water stuff. We're in cold scale, so it's all ice and snow elementals. So there's good and bad news here. The good news is most of our important stuff survives it. So whenever it hits a She-Lord, the She-Lord just kills it. That's not a big deal. Same for the Tours. On the other hand, the Boreal Priests that we have pretty much all die. Every single time a Boreal Priest gets attacked, it dies. And as well as that, whenever one of our... Oh yeah, there's one She-Lord who dies as well. This is kind of unfortunate. Because this guy has the Black Steel Plate, he's got Firebrand. He just gets really unlucky, I think. Or if I remember rightly, he shockwaves himself. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. All the other She-Lords survive. Chanter survives, he's currently on... Yeah, the Shamans and the Priestesses, though, the Crystal Priestesses, Crystal Sorks, they die. So we lose quite a few Communion Slaves, and we lose a lot of D1 Mages, but that's about it, really. Everything else survives. The other one that's a bit frustrating is our Prophet. Because our Prophet doesn't have any gear. So he wins this battle, but he gets trampled quite a bit. By the end, he's got, you know, quite a few afflictions. Lost an eye, weakened, battle fright, never healing wound. It's a bit ugly. But that's it for the vengeful water stuff. Then we got some income, got some growth and luck, some villains, and that's it for the important stuff. We also cured Skahat of her missing arm, which is nice. So she's forging a skull face this turn. And that's it for messages. So things are still relatively simple for us. We are over here, we're on Tiradir now. I'm going to have to storm immediately because we're in Dominion 10. We're in Cold 3 and on a coast, which doesn't seem good. So, oh, Cold 2 now, actually. So I'm just going to storm immediately. I'm not going to bother checking what's in here. If we get moved into, we have enough gems to cast things like Solar Brilliance we can do twice. Storm we can also do twice. So Storm only takes 1 gem, and the Stormcaster has 4 gems, so... I feel like Storm and Solar Brilliance are probably the most important things. So we can do those twice if we get attacked outside the fort and then we storm and have a fight inside the fort. So I'm not too worried overall. I think we'd probably just win anything that happens. But as soon as we have the battles, well, we're going to be a bit injured. We're all very like diseased and wounded now as well. We're going to be constantly getting hit by vengeful water stuff until we can push some of this Dominion out of here. It is fortunate that I've been, got a temple here, temple here, temple here. We'll claim this throne and put a temple down and start reaching pretty hard with all these H2s. But yeah, it's going to be awkward. Script's the same as always, so it's the big usual buffs. Army still looks basically the same. The only thing that's different now is an awful lot of D1 mages in the middle here died. And we lost a few communion slaves as well. We do have these two guys now on communion slave duty though. But we're down to, let's see, there's 2 crystal sorks. One of whom is doing a bit of mastering for lightning proc. There's 4 lizard slaves, one of whom is doing some anti-magic stuff. And still one of these guys as well. So, we got a few slaves. The only communion spell we really need to get off is Divine Blessing, of course. And, yeah, Army of Lead. Should have given this person Earth Boots. That's kind of an oversight. We have the Crystal Shield at least, and then we'll do Summon Earth Power. So we get up to E3, and then we just need 2 boosts from Communion. I mean, we should still be able to cast it pretty easily. But yeah, she should really have Earth Boots. It's a bit of an oversight. Other than that, things are, the same. Once Storm's up, we have a bunch of Thunderstrike casters. We have the melee She-Lords. We've got Bespoke Tripod here doing some tripod things. So it should be fine. We'll see how it goes. So storming that now. I'm also storming Shinu just to take this as well. Take that back, get rid of the temple here. And these forces can then split up. Go back to defending these 2 forts. Maybe this one as well. But we'll have those 2 storm battles this turn. Get to see how things shake out next turn. And that's the really important stuff, I think. My prophet is now over here. He's sitting on... Actually, where are you? You're out of Dominion. Yeah, here you are. So, I gave this guy a bunch of items. He's got Coral Blade for more hit points, and he's got Amulet of Giant for more hit points. Currently sitting on a max HP of 4. So, if he gets assassinated by an Ice Ellie, he's a bit vulnerable. He does also have missile protection, regeneration, he's ethereal, has a 5d6 long dead retinue, and I also gave him that lifelong protection we've just forged. So he's about as protected as I can possibly make him. Also gave him some gems to do some earlies. So fingers crossed if he does get assassinated, he manages to survive. It'd be a bit embarrassing if he doesn't. But I'm going to try and sneak him over to Tyrador to claim that once we've taken it next turn, and hopefully stay safe while he preaches for a bit. Just in case, he does die. My god is also flying in this direction now to just be in this region in case my god needs to claim that throne. So that's fine, I suppose. I'm going to start moving my 2 injury healers in this direction as well, where they might be a bit more useful given all the disease we have. Can pull back extremely wounded She-Lords back to our Dominion and park the Affliction healers over there. And the other big movement is just putting a bunch of She-Lords in Villia. I assume this big stack here moves down, so currently it looks like this. So lots of Skellies and Trolls and stuff in the front. And there's a fairly unprotected block of mages at the back. They are spamming Enslaved Mind in a Communion though, which is a bit, makes me a bit nervous for our She-Lords. But to Villia, basically I've put the PD here up to 25, and I'm moving random collection of units, and then a bunch of geared She-Lords. We're all just down here doing Mistform Blessing, Personal Regen, Attack Rear. And there's also 2 more who are Cloud Trapping to that province as well. So hopefully this moves into us and we just kill it easily with all this. Just to stop any further aggression. Mostly I just don't want Celeria pushing into us and burning down temples, to be honest. Because we've, replaced a lot of temples around here now. We're back up to Dominion 9, which is nice. He's trying to get another temple in Cavern next turn. And one in Lost Canyon as well. So hopefully we have a successful defense here, successful storm here, and a successful storm here. And after that, there's not much for us to do because Cataclysm's about to hit. So I'm probably just going to be defending thrones. I do have an awful lot of Moonblades now. I'll keep making Moonblades and magic resistance gear. Skahat is forging a skull face, and we have 76 more death gems though. So she can be D6 with a hat, and then we can empower her to D7. And then try doing Tartarians. But I feel like she might just get killed by a horror when she does it. But hey, we'll see. She can at least survive one horror attack because she's got twice born up. But be ashamed to lose all those boosters, you know. We'll give it a shot though. Worst case scenario, a few Tartarians can at least help guard thrones during the horror phase, even if we don't use them very aggressively. But we'll see, who knows. Otherwise, that's the turn, so forging some lodestone amulets, Skullface, storming castles, Moonblades, still doing corpsemen and cloud trapezing, big storm castle order over here in Solaria, and that is it. That's turn 74. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a moment. Hello, welcome back. I did some more corpsemen and some cloud trapezing. The clan has made blood sacrifice PPE regulations their new prophet. It's a tree lord. A couple of battles then. We stormed the fortress at Shuniyama, which was empty, so nothing really to see there. We also successfully stormed the fortress at Komsath this time. Also empty, although we didn't get immediately killed by a slingstone this time, so good stuff. Actual battle in Tiradir then. So this is the Throne of Fortune. We have the usual army, into pretty usual Solarian army as well. There's nothing too crazy here. Probably the smallest main army that we've seen. So business as usual. Get the storm up, we've got relief up, howl up. There goes Solar Brilliance. We don't have quite as many D1 mages now because they all got killed by ice elementals, but you know. Still plenty of dust to dust and plenty of thunderstrikes as well. I think that was Army of Lead. Yeah, we got Army of Lead, got mass regen as well. Pretty nice. This gang of She-Lords in the front are no joke now. 31 defense, 26 protection, 27 magic resistance, 20% regen, quickness, mist form, mirror image. Slowly making our way in the gate. Some false horrors for good measure, why not? There we go. So that was Tiradir. Throne of Fortune is now ours. We did lose our Adept, which is a shame, but he was just on Communion Slave duty anyway. We lost the Enchanter, who was also on Communion Slave duty, and a Crystal Sork. Two of these guys turned into Soulless at least, so that's something. Looks like one of them was the Adept, given all those kills it's retained. That's quite funny. Besides that, we lost 6 Corpse Constructs and a Cow. And yeah, Solaria lost all this. 21 Thaumaturgs and 1 Grand Thaumaturg. And a bunch of Skeletons. All in all, not bad. Saw some other battles as well. Solaria moved another little force into forwards, and continues to harass Pythium, although it doesn't seem to be attacking their throne just yet. So it took this last turn and now took this, which is interesting. We also got attacked in Itsmu by... Whoops. In Itsmu by Pythium. But that's just a... a forest's attack. So, Enchanted Forest starts attacking you if forests become positive dominion. And since this throne is adjacent to this forest, technically, even though it's over a river, we're just going to keep getting attacked by Vinemen now, which is a bit annoying, but oh well. Events then, Black Peaks, we got some water gems. Lombaria got some nature gems. Lombaria, we got some air gems. Worldwide event, horror stuff is starting. And Boom Mike gained heroic endurance. And Bigfoot gained heroic battle prowess. I think his attack skill, right? Yes. So congrats to those guys. And that is it for messages. It is now 2 months until Cataclysm. So not much we can do now. We are the throne leader at least. We'll have 5 thrones if we can successfully claim Throne of Fortune. My prophet is sitting here with 2 hit points. And as you can see from these messages, we did get attacked by quite a few ice elementals this turn. Some bigger casualties this turn as well. So let's see, we lost a Shaman, we lost a Tuer, which is really unfortunate. I'm not sure if they were casting anything important, but well, farewell to them. They didn't have any items, so I'm hoping they were just a random Tuer. We lost, let's see, the Banshee got attacked but survived, which was quite good. Lost the Soulless, we lost the Crystal Priestess, so that's the end of the Divine Blessing Communion. Another Boreal Priest goes down. Lord survives 3 times, 4 times. Soulless survives. I wonder if that was Vinian. Oh, Garrus. So this was the Enchanter. Okay. Had a bottle. So they're evenly matched. Okay. Who else? This Tuer survived. Aetherlord survived. Lord survived. Shaman dies. Revenant dies. Scout dies. Tuer survives. Lost the Mound Fiend, which is sad. Yeah, so a couple of big casualties, but I guess it's not a big deal anymore. But we'll try and claim the throne. Everyone else is just preaching, and we're building a temple. So I'm just going to try and get rid of this dominion as best we can. We have temples all the way along here now. I'm building a temple in Comseth as well. Just really need to get rid of this dominion to stop the Ice Ellie attacks. That would be nice. We might be fending off lots of Skelly attacks, although I don't know, I kind of get the sense that maybe Slayer just feels like there isn't a point, because we can kill sort of arbitrary numbers of skeletons with Solar Brilliance and all those Thunderstrikes, it feels like. So, I don't know. But either way, build temple, preach, try to claim throne. My god is continuing to move over just in case the prophet dies. But worst case scenario, my god will just help defend Bog of Beasts. Over here we took back Shinu as well, so I'm just going to disperse these units and commanders around now to defend the rest of the thrones. And that's going to be really all I do now, from this point on. There's Juggernaut over here, by the way. I haven't seen a Juggernaut in a game before, but they spread Dominion. Looks like Pythium is really trying to spread his Dominion. He's got Enchanted Forest and spamming Juggernauts. Maybe that's why Slurry is attacking them. Maybe they got annoyed by having, what is it? Wrong thing. By having strands push into them? There could be something, right? Because Solaria has a ton of Astral Mages. They would find that annoying. I don't know. But yeah, all I'm going to do is now just try to defend thrones, I think. I am empowering in death up to death 6 now. We forged the Skull Face this turn, so that's sitting in the treasury. So I might try and do a few Tartarians if we can get away with it, which would be nice, and they can help defend thrones. But over the next few turns, I'm just going to set up patrollers. We'll give our She-Lords some Moonblades, some anti-magic items. They'll just sit on these thrones patrolling with all of our cows and our corpse constructs. And we just hope that we, well, retain our thrones while the rest of the thrones get eaten. Not much more to say besides that. A lot of these thrones look very weakly defended, so we might win pretty quickly after Cataclysm starts. Let me try and scout this one as well. This one still looks pretty undefended. Although, the head is back here, okay. So the head has moved back to Witch Haven. Interesting. And the head should be careful about that, because this is all forest. It could get killed by strands, or feeble-minded by strands. That would be quite funny. Yeah, but I think that's it for this turn. Next turn I'll show off all the patrolling scripts. I don't think I have to set that up now. I think you can start getting horrid at this point for doing spellcasting or forging, but I don't think Doom Horrors attack thrones yet. I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm going to leave the turn there. These 2 arrows are just my healers going to walk over this direction. Try and heal some of our guys. Our guys are extremely wounded now over here. A lot of wounds, a lot of disease. All these guys are probably blind, right? Yeah. They've had to fight under Solar Brilliance quite a few times now. Doesn't surprise me. Alright. That was 75 though, I'm going to leave it there. Line Commander's doing nothing. That is these guys over here, who are just, still just hanging around just in case this moves down. But they're going to become throne defenders very shortly if nothing happens. But that was 75, so thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.